But what is most concerning to me is our first responders and our firefighters who are trying to battle this. There's no water in the Palisades. There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants.
There is no water in this system. Absolutely no water in this system. So this is a really big problem for them because, in his words, there's nothing they can do.
We're losing water pressure up here. We have a lack of resources. The wind, as you see, is pushing it very violently, and the lack of water.
So lack of water, like no pressure in the neighborhood.
All the hydrants have run dry.
Oh, no.
We know Pacific Palisades, they had 3 large water tanks are out of water.
There's a fire crew here. I was talking to the captain earlier. They ran out of water here on this street about 30 minutes ago. They went, they hooked up the hydrants, they turned them on, the water ran out.
The lack of water for firefighters in certain areas at certain times. Basically, the fire hydrants just don't have enough water.
But I can tell you, neighbors who've tried to turn on hoses, their water's off.
Look, no one came to help our area, and the firefighters that are fighting don't even have water to utilize anymore.
It is utter heartbreak in every direction you look. It's fire crews having to give up the firefight because they don't have any water.
There are fire crews here, but we were told that one crew that we were actually witnessing trying to hook up to that hydrant had to leave because they couldn't get water.
But it looks like this fire truck now, it looks like they're just going somewhere else.
When water was needed most, the hydrants ran out. 3 large water tanks are designed to hold 1 million gallons each. The first ran dry by 4:45 p.m. yesterday, the second by 8:30, and the third in the middle of the night.
And I know that's something that's been reported upon time and time again, but I don't think we can emphasize that enough, is that there's not enough water and there's not enough people.
Another worry, the lack of water. Multiple residents told us the firefighters had nothing in the hydrants for hours.
There's a fire hydrant directly outside my house, and it wasn't working.
The entire neighborhood is burnt down, but somehow my house does not even have a scratch. There's no fire damage. I went in, but the house next to mine is still on fire. So I'm going around begging anybody to come put out that fire to protect my home.
Because there's no water.
There's no water pressure. I tried to turn on the water myself. I would have tried to put it out, but I have no water pressure, so I have no way of putting it out.
So you and your wife are just trying to go get bottled water?
Yeah, so my wife went to get bottled water.
Our state has failed us. Our state, this is a disaster. The strongest state in the union doesn't have the infrastructure to protect these people from burning their homes.
Yes.
Yeah, the DWP was talking about the problems with the water supply. Given the type of things you're describing this morning, do you think there needs to be an overhaul of the system?
To your question of climate resiliency and how do we need to update the system.
The crew here left. There was no water coming out of the hydrants.